Question 16. Three numbers are in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4, and their sum is 126. What is the greatest of the three numbers? This is what I call a classic ratio question. It's a little tricky in so much there are three ratios going on here, but let me explain. So what we've got going on here is we have three numbers. I'm going to call those numbers A, B, and C. We don't know what they are yet, but we know that they are three numbers. They're in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4. And we also know that when we add them together, A plus B plus C equals 126. But don't worry, this is not an algebra question. We just know that when you add together all of these, I'm going to think about it as sweets. Person A has a certain number of sweets. B has a number of sweets. Oh, we're American as well as the British. Sweets is candy. So we have 126 pieces of candy. Albert has some, Bertie has some, Callista has some. How many? And the number that they have are divided into these proportions. I love boxes for this question. Albert here has 2 boxes, and each of those boxes need to have an equal amount of sweets, candy in them. Bertie has 3 boxes of candy, and Callista has 4 boxes of candy. But there is only, when you add all of these boxes together, you get to 126. Okay, so we have to put 126 pieces of candy into these boxes, but evenly. Every box has to have exactly the same number of pieces of candy in them. So the first thing we do here is we add up the number of boxes. We go, there's 2 boxes plus 3 boxes plus 4 boxes, which means 9 boxes. So we have 9 boxes and we have 126 pieces of candy. So we want to divide 126 pieces of candy into those 9 boxes. I'm going to do it with a long, we call it bus stop in England. 9s into 0 don't go. Not exactly, not without a decimal. 9s into 12 goes once with 3 carried over. 9s into 36 are 4. And so this is 14. And what that means is each of these boxes will have exactly 14 pieces of candy in it. And if you were to add them together or multiply them, you would realize that they do indeed add together to make 126. But the question says, what is the greatest of these 3 numbers? Well, the greatest is the one for the person, the greatest, this number here that we've represented by C, is the person that has the most boxes. And so the boxes C is 4 multiplied by 14. 4 multiplied by 14 is 56, is the greatest. 56. Now we're just talking about a number, but the number is 56. It happens to be the number that we've represented by C here, but 56 is the number here. This is 28. This is 42. So 28 plus 42 plus 56 is indeed 126. Don't take my word for it. Work it out. Check it for yourself.